собираемся воевать с Европой, я уже об этом 100 раз сказал. Но если Европа вдруг захочет с нами воевать и начнет, мы готовы прямо сейчас.
He would like to end the war. That was their impression. Now, whether or not, that was their impression. Their impression was that he would like to see the war ended. He would like to end the war. That was their impression. Now, whether or not, that was their impression. Their impression was that he would like to see the war ended. I think he'd like to get back to dealing a more normal life. I think he'd like to be trading with the United States of America, frankly, instead of, losing thousands of soldiers a week. But their impression was very strongly that he'd like to make a deal. But you have President Putin had a very good meeting yesterday with Jared Kushner and with Steve Witkoff. What comes out of that meeting, I can't tell you, because it does take two to tango. Ukraine, I think we have something pretty well worked out with them. They're very satisfied, considering. But the sad part is, if I were president, no war would have ever happened. They would have had 100% of their territory. Nothing would have happened. It's a very sad situation.
Собираемся воевать с Европой, я уже об этом 100 раз сказал. Но если Европа вдруг захочет с нами воевать и начнет, мы готовы прямо сейчас. Они же на стороне войны. И даже тогда, когда они пытаются якобы внести какие-то изменения в предложение Трампа, мы же это отчетливо видим. Все эти изменения направлены только на одно. На то, чтобы вообще заблокировать весь этот мирный процесс. Выдвинуть такие требования, которые для России являются абсолютно неприемлемыми, они это понимают, и тем самым свалить потом на Россию сворачивание этого мирного процесса. Вот в чем их цель. Мы это отчетливо видим. С Украиной мы там действуем хирургическим способом, аккуратненько, так, чтобы, понятно, да? Это не война в прямом, современном смысле этого слова. Если Европа вдруг захочет начать с нами войну и начнет ее, то очень быстро произойти ситуация, при которой нам не с кем будет договариваться.
Everyone is talking about some kind of peace talks. Let me stick to my definition. It's a sham talks. It's a smoke and mirror. So his aim is to subjugate Ukraine. Otherwise, he would announce an unconditional ceasefire and only afterwards to hold real peace talks. So no doubt that Putin is stepping President Trump along. So he humiliated President Trump in Anchorage, and he's doing the same right now in Moscow. So his aim was, the first one is actually to postpone and circumvent sanctions. The second one is to block the seizure of the Russian assets. The third one is to drive the wedge between the European Union and the United States. And the fourth one actually to show to everyone that he is acting in a good faith, but he doesn't have faith. I do believe that he really has the leverage. But the thing is that they need to bring an additional, I would say, war chest for Ukraine. So, Americans have to make Ukrainians stronger in order for us, for Ukrainians, to have better negotiating position. And it would be easier for Americans really to drag Putin to the negotiating table and to get real kind of concessions out of Putin, but not out of Ukraine. Because it's weird, because we are right now in talks with our American friends about what kind of concessions Ukraine is ready to provide. Give me a break. Tell me what kind of concessions Putin is ready to give at this negotiating table.
I spoke with Prime Minister Modi of India, and Russian oil.